Industry experts warn the global supply chain crisis could last up to 2 years. And they say the onset of the Omicron variant will likely lead to new shutdowns. Last week, an outbreak at a manufacturing hub in China sent tens of thousands of workers right into quarantine. The world's worst delays are still right here on the west coast of the U.S. Many ships have been waiting for a month to unload due to the lack of workers on land. And to that end, is everything you plan to be under the tree there yet? Some of what you still hope to give this holiday may still be stuck on one of dozens of container ships that have been clogging up California's ports over the last few months. The threat of fees has lessened the problem some, along with pledges by the governor to find land to offload goods. But Congressman John Garamendi says more needs to be done. For him, more is the Ocean Shipping Reform Act, a new bill he drafted and just helped push through the House, and is live with us to discuss now. Good morning to you, Congressman.
Good morning, and happy holidays to you and all your listeners.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you. This bill had bipartisan support in the House, which is hard to get around D.C. these days. You have high hopes for what happens in the Senate. Your bill would force ocean carriers to meet minimum service standards. Now, that sounds simple enough. So simple, in fact, it's hard to believe it wasn't happening already. So how does that lack of minimum standards keeps the ports congested?
Well, let me give you just a couple of examples. It's in and out. We got a congestion on the ports getting ships unloaded, but there's also a problem on the ships when they leave. And that's the big problem for California agriculture and many other in California. We do know that the rice industry, the almond, the wine industry, and the rest cannot get a container on a ship because what's happening is the big ocean carriers, of which there are just 5 now, 3 of which are Chinese, just simply want to take that empty container, turn it around, and get it back to China so that they can get perhaps 10 times more money for each container that they have. And if they can get a container here in California, the price has gone through the roof. I think most of us are familiar with Jelly Belly out in Fairfield. Was talking to the management there about 2 weeks ago. Last spring, they could get a container, ship it to somewhere in the world, up to the Western Pacific, for $3,000. Right now, if they can even get a container, it would be $31,000. And so it's just not fair. The Ocean Shipping Reform Act sets out a series of rules. Basically, it tells the big ocean carriers, you've got to play by these rules. You cannot charge as you have. And so we get this thing regulated. If only we'd had this in place 2 years ago.
Exactly. So this also will play into the trade imbalance with China. You were just talking about some of the problems there. That's $310 million so far. Exactly how will it attack this trade imbalance?
Well, by making it possible for American exporters to get containers at a reasonable price so that they can be put on these ships and sent all around the world. Right now, many of those containers are simply not made available to American exporters. Therefore, you can bet we're going to have a trade imbalance when we can't get a container to put rice, to put almonds, or to put Jelly Bellies on those containers to ship around the world. That's the problem. Also, the charges have to be fair. Right now, the charges are not fair at all. Often, we will find that a shipper from importing into the United States, for example, a California company out in the Bay Area wanted to import Christmas decorations. They bought those. They were put on a container in China. Those containers, until just 2 weeks ago, were sitting at the bottom of a stack of 7 high containers.
Wow.
And the company was charged more than $4 million for the containers that they couldn't even get a hold of.
Wow.
So these are just plain unfair practices. One of the other things that's happened is it's since 1998 that this law has been reformed. And in that period of time, China became a member of the World Trade Organization.
It did.
And we've seen the changes over the years. So we need to have not only a fair system, but we also need to have a system that ultimately has to deal with the concentration. 5 big shippers, big international ocean carriers control 70 to 80% of the market, and they can collude. There is no laws against collusion or monopoly in this ocean carrier business.
Just quickly, Congressman, before we run out of time, and we don't have that much left, your bill has a Senate companion. Other measures do not. What is your quick reaction to the situation that developed with Senator Manchin over the weekend and really killing Build Back Better?
Well, it's not just Manchin. There is absolutely no Republican vote in either the House or the Senate for these bills. Manchin, we're going to have to make this happen. We're talking about $3,000 tax cut for the middle class families in the Sacramento area. We're talking about Medicare being able to negotiate prices. We're talking about the largest climate action ever in any country around the world, $550 billion to deal with our climate crisis. We have to do this. Manchin or some Republican somewhere have got to break loose, and we simply must provide for the future here. Pre-K, we're talking about things that are necessary.
Yes, we definitely are, but we've got to put a pin in it there. Of course, we'll have you back to talk more about this because we know the debate is going to continue since this is not going to be resolved by Christmas. Thank you so much.
Thank you.